Hey, boo, hey. We are here to talk about the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I guess this was supposed to be the mid-season finale for season 12, and it just wasn't giving that. But first, we're going to get into this beef between Marcel and Tisha, because I've been seeing online that Tisha was, quote-unquote, talking about she was going to sue Martell for defamation, supposedly, allegedly. And I got this clip from my girl, Millie Chen TV. So we're going to play that. But I'm going to tell you right now why Tisha is never going to sue Martell. If Tisha ever were to sue Martell for allegedly defamation, then it would come to find out that her husband had cheated on her. Because how you really going to sue for defamation is say that Martell didn't see you smash the homie? Like, I don't know how you going to prove that. But then if it comes up all the other stuff, like, because basically the whole thing where Martell even came and said, "You're a lawyer, sue me," is when he was sat down with, what's the other brother name? God dang. He's so forgettable. Maurice. So when Martell sat down with Maurice a couple weeks ago and he was like, "If I'm lying on you and you didn't smash old girl in Vegas, then sue me. You're a lawyer." Crickets. Nobody said nothing. Kimmy, you didn't catch that. You're slow. So anyways, now here goes Tisha weeks later saying that, she sat down and spoke with the lawyer and she's trying to backpedal now. She went from saying she's going to sue him for defamation to now she's trying to backpedal and say her lawyer told her, "People can say anything about you. You're on a TV show." That ain't true, Tisha. And I don't know why you think we're slow enough to believe that, but we ain't buying it.
I've never told a lie on anybody. If I said it on any public figure, I meant it. I stand 10 toes down on what I say. And unfortunately, somebody made a statement about sue me. So yeah, let's talk about that. I have an attorney. And I spoke to my attorney. And my attorney informed me that being that you're a public figure, there's some things that you have no control of what people say about you.
That's true.
There are some things that you can sue over. And I'm not going to tell what those things are because I'll wait and see. But yeah, unfortunately that you're a public figure, you're on a reality TV show, people can lie on you. That doesn't make it okay. When somebody actually sit down and tell a lie and say they saw you be intimate with someone, that was very low. Very low. And I was upset about that. That's what made me say what I said. Because I'm like, okay, you're going to speak lies on me, but let me just share a little bit of the truth.
So that was Tisha pump faking like she was going to sue Martell, like she has a case for Martell going around saying that he's seen her smash the homie. But girl, we don't believe you, because when he said that, you were like, "Martell, that was in college." That's how she talks, okay? Like, girl, so you already put the stamp on it. Like, you already confirmed it, because if that didn't happen, you would have been like, "Boy, you lying, that never happened." So anyways, what you should be worried about is if he's lying on your husband, you should be trying to sue for defamation for that. But you notice how that's not the topic of conversation? Okay, that's that on that. Now let's get into the episode. So in this episode, they got Marcel talking to his daughter in confessionals, which is real cute. She was talking about how Marcel used to be her favorite parent, but now it's her mom. But really, Marcel is saying that he's the reason why the mom is the favorite now, because he let the mom stay and work at home, or, not work while he take care of her so she could spend more time with the kids. So anyways, him and his daughter have a close bond. It's really cute. And I just want to take notice that Marcel is now the star of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's so funny because I'm sure Tisha, Kimmy, and Dusty thought they were going to be the star once that Mel was gone. But no, the real millimeter stood up, Marcel. And of course, he's the star of the show because he's the only one who has personality, the only one who has humor. And he's really the star of the show now, which is funny because it ain't Martell. So anyways, he takes his daughter to the nail shop and he's trying to ask her about her boyfriend. And it's just like a real cute father-daughter moment. And it's like, you would never see this moment with Martell. For number one, he's so stupid and jealous that he made Mel stop being able to film with their kids on the show when it was cool for them to film with the kids on the show when he was on the show with Mel and they were married. But as soon as they got divorced, he was trying his hardest to stop her bag. So you will never see this moment with Martell. But let's say Martell did film with his kids. He would never be cool like this with his daughter. Martel is controlling. He's a chauvinist. He would never have like a cool conversation with his daughter about her boyfriend. I could just tell Martel ain't going for that. Martel gonna have a problem if his daughter date. It's like he's gonna have a problem with her growing up. So it's sad that out of the two fathers, Marceau's actually the better fucking father. Like, y'all can say what y'all want about him. We can all assume that he's a cheater, but let's just say he's a respectful cheater because ain't no receipts ever came out about him cheating yet. So as long as Tisha don't see it, he don't have chicks posting about him on the gram or chicks calling her, then hey, kudos to him. Anyways, I thought this was a real cute moment because he actually went to the nail shop with his daughter, and men don't want to do stuff like that, but he's doing what his daughter want to do. So kudos to you, Marcel. And if y'all see me skip over people in the show, it's because they're irrelevant. They're just like a non-factor. They're nothing to talk about. There was nothing to talk about with Ken and Trish. Their shit is fake. They're trying to fake like they're beefing on the show, but then on Instagram, he's pushing her like some dumbbells. It's like nobody cares. The only thing I will say about Trish and Ken is when they get into it, he tries to hold the fact that, he's paying all the bills over her head, which doesn't make sense if she supposedly is an engineer and works at NASA. Like, why don't she have the bag? That makes no sense. But it's like you guys are arguing in front of the kids to the point where her son had to come throw his keys and like, here, I don't even want the car you gave me. Because every time you get into it with my mom, you're talking about taking the stuff back. So who would want to go through that? Like, she's putting her kids through a lot of trauma. Like, he's assuming the role of her daughter's dad. Like, oh, she loves me. We're so close. Like, bro, step back. You've only known her for a hot couple years. Like, it's weird. It's weird and I don't like it. He can have the best intentions of the world, but no. Another thing, Tisha is not missed in the scenes. Like, she's irrelevant. She doesn't bring anything. We can have Marcel without Tisha and she would not be missed. So I just want to put that out there. I know she thought she was going to take over as the star of the show, and it just doesn't give that. You still don't have no personality. You're still not ready to open up. You said on your little live on Instagram that you're going to be more transparent. We're still not seeing that. So anyways, kudos to Marcel, the real millimeter. Okay, so now we got the main part of the show. Marcel finally goes and sits down and throws a bone to Martel because honestly, Martel needed this scene because ain't nobody really filming with him. We don't want to see Dusty and Martel because nobody cares about Dusty. So anyways, Martel goes and has the meeting with Marceau, and Marceau and him are going over, basically Martel's begging for Marceau's friendship, and Marcel doesn't need it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't care. So Martel is pleading his case like, we've been friends for a long time, blah, 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 blah. I helped you out. He loves to throw this, that he helped him out and, helped him create scope when he needed it and blah, 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 this and that. And Marcel lets him know, look, yeah, you were a good friend to me for about 4 years, but for about the other 7 years, you were a shitty ass friend. Like, all you do is lie, then apologize. You want me to be your friend, then you go do stuff again, then you apologize, then you want me to be your friend, and I'm constantly forgiving you, and then you go do the same thing over and over again. And ain't that what Melody been saying this whole time? It's like, finally, everyone is seeing the light. Well, actually, only Marceau's going to admit it. Kimmy kind of low-key said it in one of the scenes. Maurice is freaking delusional. He's trying to act like Martel was the best friend on earth because he don't want Martel to throw any more of his skeletons out the closet. So he just gonna act like, oh, Martel's hurt and he's been playing the villain role for so long. He's starting to believe it. He just full of shit. You can't believe nothing Maurice said. But Marcel, nah, he's sticking to the script. He like, look, Martel, I don't even need your friendship. Like, you want to make up, and I don't really even need it because you're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to believe in you. You're going to be a nice guy. Then you're going to go do the same thing and tear me down for no reason. Like, I'm cool. What does Martel do? He hangs his head and is begging for the friendship. Martel is literally begging him just like he begging for a piece of pee. He like, come on, man, why can't we just get over this? Like, blah, blah, blah. We were good friends and we used to play football together and this and that. Like, no, Martel, nobody wants to put up with your stuff anymore. Everyone is saying the same thing that Melody been saying about you now. You're full of ish. You have anger issues. You always want to flip the script on people. When you're not happy in your life, you try to make everyone else's life miserable. And Marcel don't need your friendship. He ain't going for it. Martell goofy ass tells Marcel, I thought you were going to come here today and be like, look, I'm sorry. I did this and I'm sorry. And I was going to do the same thing and be like, yeah, I'm sorry for doing this. But what? He was so dumbfounded that Marcel was not coming here to beg for the friendship. Marcel was not coming here to apologize. And Marcel told him, look, I'm not looking for a friendship. Like, you didn't have to say none of those things about me. Like, my wife didn't even say nothing about you. And I am just not trying to be your friend. And I just know the same Martell's going to pop up. The same Martell's going to, throw shots and do the same thing. Marcel tells him, look, I don't want an apology. I don't want a friendship because I just know you're going to backtrack and do the same thing. And Martell goofy ass going to say, so what? Huh? Like, how old are you, Martell? Like, you can play this good guy role to everybody else, but it just ain't working. And then he told Marcel something that I'm like, oh, this is the same gaslighting shit that he be doing to Melody. Marcel told him, I don't lie on you. I don't be lying. And Martell gonna say, yes, you do lie. You be lying so much. He's like, you need to pray. You need to pray to God and have him pray that away. You need to be delivered. Do y'all not remember when he used to try to gaslight Melody and say that and post things on his Instagram saying she needs to be delivered, she's evil, and she needs to pray to God? Like, he is so manipulative. Like, sir, how you gonna say that you're such a believer in God when you got your side chick living in the house without you? You telling everyone that, oh, you can't live in the house with her until y'all get married, but you've been with her for almost 10 years and you still aren't even getting married, but you gonna put her in the house? You gonna tell us, the audience, that no, y'all can't live together because you got to do it right this time. Y'all got to get married. But you're going to move her in a house and still bone on her. Like, tell me how that makes sense. Make it make sense, sir. That ain't by the Lord. Like, no, sir, you're not out here doing the Lord's work. And then I swear on this episode, he called her his fiance. In one scene, he called her his girl. Then the next scene, he was calling her his fiance. It's like, boy, you ain't even gave this girl a ring. If you don't stop. So Marcel ends the conversation by saying, can you go back and tell your fiance to just stop talking about us? And Martel's like, okay, but can you go back and tell your wife not to talk about us? It's like the fact that he's entertaining Martel and calling this chick his fiance is so laughable. It's like, I'm telling you, Martel's never going to marry that girl. He had umpteen opportunities. He's just doing bad right now. He's looking for another Melody. Ariane, you're just a placeholder. I'm sorry to say. He is just looking for the next best thing, or else he would have been married you. That's that. A man can't live with you, but he can sleep with you, but he can't live with you. Girl, he don't want to live with you because he still want to do what he want to do. He want to bring chicks back to the house and fake train like he was doing with Trish. But anyways, I'm not even going to mention Dusty in this episode, but I did see her in the preview for the next episode, and she's going to sit down and talk with Nell's godson. And it's just like, Destiny, the only reason why you're even on this show is because you're throwing cat at everybody. Like, you're not embarrassed that you have been playing like you're throwing cat at Kimmy's son. And then you actually threw the cat, and Nell said her son caught the cat. She says she know her son. You can't tell her that he ain't smashed. So I'm going to go with what Ms. Nell said. Then now you're trying to smash Miss Nell's godson, who's also like play brothers with Ms. Nell's son. It's like, girl, you are embarrassing. How many men have you smashed on the show? Like, you had what's his name that got married to Sonny. Then you had your husband that you're married to for a hot second. Then we know you and Martel had something in the past. There ain't nothing you could tell me. Allegedly, in my opinion, I think you and Martel had something going on in the past, and you can't change my mind about that because won't no woman move the way you move. But it's like, the only relevance you have on this show is your pocketbook. And it's like, nobody even wants the pocketbook. The producers have told you time and time again that you don't bring anything to the show. You're not transparent. You kind of lie a lot, and you're still bringing nothing to this season. You have brought zero. Like, why aren't you up there talking about your child custody case? Why aren't you talking about stuff that's going on in your life? It's weird. It's weird. It's weird, but get her off our show. Send her back to Detroit. But I want to hear what y'all think down in the comments. Please like the video, hype the video. And to me, it seemed like this dude ain't feeling her. In the preview, she was telling him something like, I have many personalities or some crazy And he was like looking at her like, what? But yeah, tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe, put your notification bells on, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.